Et oui les corps, bonsoir Joker pour un nouveau live sur Starfield.
Moi aussi avec quelque chose sur ma route.
Oh non, on a été dans Starfield. Pas une fois de plus, pas une longue session. Arbeit fait que je ne peux pas... Malheureusement, c'est live trop. Le fait que je tout fait que je ne peux pas finir les live trop tard. Donc, on avait arnaqué ce coco là. Maintenant qu'on avait arnaqué ce coco là, allons de nouveau à Voli Alpha. Bon. Mais ça veut dire que ça pue du cube.
Used to be an actuary. Now look at me.
Oh, bad place, I say. Yeah. Let's.
Captain on deck.
Welcome to the Freestar Collective. Please maintain your current course while we scan your ship.
And if I don't want to?
That's all we need. Enjoy Neon.
Thank you very much. Blah blah blah.
You want to see how short
Don't wander into any restricted areas.
Déjà, vu mon poste, je pense que j'ai le droit d'être dans des restricted areas.
Is that my beautiful shipment?
Oh,
You were right about this one, Masako.
Sako.
So I've heard. Now I shall excuse myself and get to work on finalizing this prototype.
So, what did you learn about CM Station RC-1? Lucas must be desperate if he hired them to collect the Rothosite. Were there any survivors? Sicking ecliptic on a station with nothing but miners and scientists? Corporations can sink low, but this is a new level. Now, I also had a report that you were spotted at the clinic. I take it you traced the shipment there?
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Lane? I believe Vina is familiar with his work, specializing in neurosurgery. Were you able to determine what he was doing at the clinic? So, it sounds like Lucas has reached a new level of desperation to ensure his future as CEO.
To hell with corporations
parler
and
avec un mur,
CEOs
très
and
bien.
profit margins. People have died, and you aren't showing the least bit of remorse. Ugh.
I'll make sure Yuko's team extracts every bit of information they can from the clinic's database on this. Between hiring Ecliptic and unauthorized human trials, we have enough to take Lucas down for good. And with the Rotha site secure, it's almost time for us to make our move. Head up to the executive floor and speak to Dalton. He has an update for you on the mole's identity. I've called a meeting, and I expect you to attend. It's time to put the final plan in motion.
Très bien. Bah, c'est niveau 11. T'as dit a good thing. Ouais, c'est ça. Il y a de fusil. On va mettre certification. Prochain truc, ce sera balistique. Hein. Balistique.
You don't smell electrical smoke, do you?
C'est la puissance. Problème de bureau. Il y a un poisson dedans.
I've got my eye on you.
Oui, oui, oui.
Good. You're right on time. I re-evaluated all the evidence. It took every resource I had, but the final answer is clear.
Larry
Larry
is the mole.
is the mole.
I had a feeling Imogene wasn't responsible. That poor woman.
Indeed. I've briefed Masako and discussed her plans on handling this. While we both agree Ularu is guilty, we need irrefutable evidence before presenting this to the board. For now, we lead everyone to believe that Imogene was the mole, and the situation was dealt with.
Must that poor woman's name be continuously dragged through the mud? These nonsensical decisions need to stop.
Imogene is a resourceful woman. I have no doubt she's in a safe house of her own design. In fact, she probably sees this as a paid vacation. My guess is she's lounging on a couch somewhere, binging all those movies she hasn't had time to watch.
Ouais, je pense pas.
Good. Keeping Ularu in the dark is the key to taking her down. Masako has tasked Ularu with writing the program to bring down Infinity Ltd. We believe she'll take the chance to incriminate Masako within the program, so this could provide the evidence we're looking for. You will be tasked with the assignment to infiltrate Infinity, so before you go, I want you to bring that program to me. If I can't find hidden code on a single slate, I certainly deserve to be fired. Ularu is limited in what she can hide here. Plus, she'll have no reason to believe anyone will be looking in the first place. Good. Once Ularu believes she's properly deflected any suspicion, I have no doubt she'll be bold enough to hide something within whatever program she writes. Now, let's attend a meeting.
So much work to do.
We called you all together to discuss a recent security breach. We discovered a mole within the company who leaked vital information about Project Dominion to Infinity Ltd.
You've got to be kidding me.
Just don't tell me it's Vina. I think we've all noticed she's not here.
Before you speculate any further, no, it's not Vina. The guilty party is Imogene Salzo, much to my disappointment. Our operative here obtained the evidence to confirm it.
Dalton, how does something like this happen?
Imogene is highly trained. Ularu can even speak to that. We demand the best. So that's the threat we deal with.
I may have well-trained operatives, but security is your responsibility, Dalton. This is a huge failing on your part.
I accept the responsibility, but let's not forget, the mole has already been exposed and dealt with.
Of course, thanks to another of my operatives.
Quoi? Pas du tout.
I know you're not insinuating that this is my fault.
Oh, si.
Imogene's been dealt with, so bickering is pointless. All I care about is reacquiring our property and what this might be costing us financially.
Vina is completing the internal neuroamp prototype as we speak. Our operative will receive the implant, infiltrate Infinity Ltd, and obtain any and all research. I have it on good authority. The experimentations they've done to replicate the missing pieces of our work have resulted in fatalities.
Botched human trials and murder for hire? You don't bounce back from that. At least not with Infinity's legal team.
If I may make a suggestion, we should give this evidence to David at SSNN. It's the best neutral method of releasing this information to the general public.
That'd make my job easier.
David it is, then.
Misako, the internal neuroamp is ready if you want to send down the candidate.
Très intéressé par le fait d'avoir ça dans le crâne.
And that's precisely why I know we can count on you. Vina will be waiting for you in the neuroamp division in R&D. Once you're done, meet me in my office. Be ready to discuss the details of your next assignment.
Ça sent les gaufres chez moi. C'est bon. Alors gros, ça sent les gaufres.
Are you sure you're okay? You left with the box.
I have to admit, I'm a bit jealous of Ryujin's gorgeous design. The fact that the neuroamp can control and manipulate people against their will is disgusting. The device shouldn't be allowed to exist.
Here's my lucky candidate. I hope you're ready to embark on one amazing journey. Oh, don't worry. That's not on the agenda. Now, just a few details before we begin. Obviously, we'll be putting you under. I'll be making a small incision in the back of your skull where the internal neuroamp will be fitted. The whole procedure should only take 3 to 4 hours with little to no downtime afterwards, provided DeMarcus got everything entered correctly.
Did I not just say I quadruple-checked the numbers?
You know I'm just giving you a hard time. Besides, I've got to make sure my patient is reassured. Of course. We've got, what, 5 PhDs between the two of us?
6, but who's counting?
All I'm saying is that you're in good hands. Now, just lie down on the table once you're ready, and we should be good to go.
I hope you know what you're doing.
I worry about you.
Ouais. Renforcer notre position. Amusez-vous bien.
All right, let's get this party started.
Il vient de littéralement mettre un truc qui s'appelle projet domination dans le crâne.
Well, look who's finally up. The operation was a success, obviously. Once you're able to refocus, let me know how you're doing. So, how are you feeling? You look good? That's exactly what we want. Just a couple quick notes before using the internal neuroamp. First, you can only influence one person at a time. And second, the effect is temporary, so be prepared if you use it in a combat situation. Now that's something to talk to the drone engineers about. Now let's test this sucker out. DeMarcus has graciously volunteered for science, he says. That's the spirit.
That's the
DeMarcus
spirit.
loves being hands-on and experiencing things on his own. It's probably why he's the second most published scientist here, after me. Just head up the stairs nearby to the observation deck.
You appear dehydrated. I suggest the immediate ingestion of a moderate quantity of water. I have performed a cursory scan of your
Actuellement on vit. Oui, je sais.
size. You are currently alive.
Je comprends pas trop là du coup. Qu'est-ce qu'il fait? Vous trouvez un moyen de quoi? Super louche comme truc ça. Ça 2 fois du coup.
On the one hand, I'm fascinated by the incredible technology. On the other, I'm terrified what could happen should this fall into the wrong hands. I've never been so divided about something in all my life.
Oh my god, that was incredible. What was it like?
Wow. How to describe it? 1 minute I was excited about seeing how the experiment would go. The next, I had a brief moment of disorientation and figured I must have lost my train of thought. It felt eerily natural. And yes, I admit it, just as you predicted.
I knew it, I knew it, I knew it! I can hardly wait to finish writing up my latest dissertation. And you owe me 100 creds.
I'll be keeping myself under constant surveillance now. I'm curious if any other side effects may manifest.
Yeah, management's gotten pretty paranoid about corporate spies lately. If anyone else got their hands on our neuroamp technology...
So, tell me all about it. How did it feel? Any side effects? I'll take that as a no on the side effects. And that toy you love so much is very powerful, so use it wisely.
Yeah, toy is hardly the word I'd use to describe it. It really was fascinating how all I experienced was a moment of disorientation. It's truly remarkable tech. Maybe that's the beauty of it. You'd never know. Besides, the neuroamp isn't total control. If a subject's morals or beliefs in something are strong enough, we still see points of failure. That being said, it's been interesting to discover the actions our subjects sanction in their own minds.
Okay. As much as I'd love to go over the details and potential of this amazing piece of technology I created, Masako wants to see you. It sounds like you have an assignment to complete, and DeMarcus and I have a lot of notes to record.
Comme il y a de lignes de dialogue dans ce jeu, ça va être abusé.
Alright, relax.
Mais bon, au moins c'est des lignes de dialogue intéressantes, pas comme dans Fire Emblem.
Hey, welcome to our...
Now that you've been outfitted with the internal neuroamp, it's time to put that tech to work. We're sending you into Infinity Ltd. Lucas Drexler is about to learn exactly why you don't steal from Ryujin Industries.
From Ryujin Industries.
And wish he shall, every day, while he rots away in prison. All right. Yuko has provided a layout of Infinity Ltd. You have 2 options for this assignment. We'll be providing you with the means for both. Option A, you gain entry through their maintenance access on the roof. Option B, we give you an assigned identity and arrange a meeting for you. Just hope those acting skills don't get you caught or killed.
It will not.
Now, depending on your preference, you'll either find yourself in the maintenance hallway or the marketing department. From there, you have 3 targets. First, you have Lucas Drexler's computer, located in his office on the executive floor. Second is Faye Sengsavan's computer, in research and development. And third, you need to obtain the prototype they are working on, also in R&D.
As you can see, you've several floors to traverse. So I hope you're prepared for an adventure.
You'll only have free range on the marketing floor. Infinity may be cheap, but they know at least some level of security is needed in this business. That's what we're counting on. Now, I had Ularu create a program that you need to run on both Lucas and Faye's computers. I'll let her explain the details.
You see, once we expose Infinity Ltd, all of their data is going to come under intense scrutiny. We only want the public to know about their mercenary hires and unauthorized human trials, but Project Dominion needs to remain confidential. I've created an overseer program that will gather all the evidence we need, and at the same time delete anything relating to Ryujin and the internal neuroamp. Exactly. And what the public doesn't know doesn't hurt them.
With tech like that, I can see why you'd want to maintain control of the narrative, though I strongly object to the methods.
If the media were to draw their own conclusions, I'm certain they'd just create a panic among people. Controlling the narrative is of the utmost importance.
Oh, let's just hope this program is as thorough as you say then, and as safe.
No, we don't want to mess on this one. A body count will only distract from what we're trying to accomplish here. In fact, unless they're a master at being one with the shadows, I'd suggest you leave your friend behind. Lower the risk. Simon Rychek provided some useful info on how to evacuate civilians from the building. I'm sure you remember him from Sidonia. Infinity's maintenance crew is understaffed. It's only a matter of time before pressure gauges go unchecked and they have a massive issue on their hands. Once that pressure becomes too much, every floor in the building is going to suffer from gas leaks, setting off an automated alarm to evacuate the building. Simon was able to get a passcode for you to access their system's computer, so you can force the heating system to fail. That old man's going to be around for some time to come, especially since I heard you helped him get rid of an old thorn in his side. We're also issuing you an operative suit. It should help reduce their ability to detect you. These suits are typically reserved for the senior ranks, but we want to reduce as much risk as possible. And that's what we're hoping for. If you can pull this off, even I'll be impressed.
Once you've run the Overseer program and obtained the prototype, your final step is to deliver the slate to David Barron at the SSNN field office. If he asks questions, feel free to give him just enough information to pique his interest, but no mention of Ryujin or who you are. SSNN is used to anonymous tips. They'll do whatever verifications they deem necessary on their own to confirm the story. It certainly will, and we'll have front row seats. So, any final questions before you go? Good luck, and be sure to report directly back to me when you return.
Here's Simon's passcode, your operative suit, the Overseer program, and your cover identity. Your cover ID card is encoded with roof entry and elevator access, so that's your ticket in, either way. Don't screw this up, Skylar Lumen.
Très classe son truc. Not exactly what I want. Ja. Okay, bon.
Ryujin certainly spared no expense on their exec floor. This deal could be huge for my company.
Do you have the program?
I have the program.
I'm certain Ularu won't pass up this opportunity. So, let's take a look. Aha! The decryption's hit a snag. There's definitely something here. This is exactly what we needed. According to this code, Ularu intended to plant false evidence that would show Masako was working with Lucas. The moment you launched the Overseer program, a series of fabricated communication files would have been uploaded to the Infinity Ltd network. One of them even frames Masako for encouraging Lucas to push for early human trials.
First Imogene, now Masako. Ularu keeps using people as rungs on the way up the ladder. Any one of us could be next.
I'm going to copy the necessary files off this slate and issue you a new one. I want to keep this one intact, so Ularu can't dispute it. All right. Now, we finally have the evidence we need to prove Ularu's guilt.
Good. Then let's nail Ularu.
Yes. And had you not brought this program to me in the first place,
Si c'est Dalton derrière, dans une de ces merdes.
without that falsified evidence, Ularu is in for a big surprise. I fully expect she'll be eagerly awaiting SSNN's broadcast, anticipating Masako to be accused alongside Lucas Drexler. Here's the new slate with the revised Overseer program. Let's get this assignment finished the right way.
Ah, je vais à New Atlantis. Ça c'est cool. C'est longtemps. Let's get this. Ok. Eh. Il y a autre chose à faire en plus à New Atlantis.
While we're here, let's swing by Centaurian so I can pick up some ammo.
Ouais.
You'll be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving.
Security scanners, chemical sniffers. The United Colonies sure isn't taking any chances.
No bounty. You're clear. Enjoy your visit.
Contrary to what you might have heard, you see security personnel are... I've always liked that statue. It's beautiful, isn't it? I wonder what the artist was trying to represent.
A flame.
I've flown across most of the settled systems and all manners of spacecraft, and yet I still get...
Yeah.
Welcome to Infinity Ltd's corporate headquarters. Hello. Did you have an appointment with us today?
Like staggeringly huge. They need people.
Ah, yes. From Lumen Interactive. The elevator here will take you to the marketing floor. Once you arrive, you'll want to talk to Ellis Ortiz. He's the receptionist there and will be happy to help you.
Ah bien.
See how you made that cheerleader.
Go Timberwolves!
Welcome to Infinity Ltd's marketing department. Desi notified me that you were on your way.
Quoi ce
Please,
pantalon?
have a seat. Please have a seat.
Bah, soit où?
Notify Miss Hart that you've arrived. go notify Miss Hart that you're here. Feel free to use any of the facilities on the floor while you wait. The break room and bathrooms are just around the corner.
Bien. Il est le sort possible.
I hope Deimos gets back to us soon.
Pas dans le bon sens que je vais. Je peux remonter. Il doit y avoir un ascenseur ici. Ouais, cette TP là, elle. Quoi?
Listen carefully. You're trespassing. Leave at once. Find them. Sound the alarm.
Les portes sont occupées avec ça. Danger. Ah mais j'y étais, ça me fait chier. Super. On va utiliser ça. Manipulation 0%. Ça sent le truc ouais. En fait, ça me saoule que ce jeu de merde, il t'impose des persos qui sont obligés de te suivre. Du coup, ça me fout dans la merde parce qu'elle est pas discrète. Ça me gave. Elle est absolument, mais à zéro moment discrète, du coup, ça me fout tout le temps dans la merde.
Hi. How you doing?
Your last warning. Leave now. You can't be here. Security? I can't take it!
Mais c'est débile de merde! Fire. Ah oui.
Next time, use your jetpack.
Comment tu fais pour utiliser ton jetpack? Vraie question. Attends. Ça. Ah. D'accord, il faut dépenser un point de compétence pour utiliser le jetpack. vachement discret. Putain. Donc. Okay. Je pense. Beaucoup plus.
My patience has run out. Ah!
Shit.
My patience has run out.
Attends, je fous de ma gueule parce que j'ai une carte d'accès. Ok.
My patience is run out. I'm out of here.
Donc il y en a 3. Parce que ça correspond plus. Ça. Ça. En dessous un truc à 4. Ça ici avec ça. Ce serait un truc genre ça. Ça. Bon. En bas. En bas, ce serait ça. Le dernier boutonnier qui est là. Tester. Ensuite. Ça ne peut pas être autre chose de toute façon. Là, ça serait ça. Ça. Et là. C'est ça. Tic. Ok, on remonte. Bah si, ils se sont calmés là-dedans. Là, j'ai déjà fait une partie de faire. Bam. À 0%, comment tu veux que je fasse ça, moi, du coup?
This is hopeless. I'm out.
Et merde. Bien. Ça c'est ici. Il faut aussi être là. Ça peut être. Ça c'est comme ça. Ça c'est ça. Ça c'est comme. Ça va être comme. Voilà, vous voyez, j'ai plus. Le cryptage de base, mais que les autres. Ça et ça, c'est pas possible. Attention, ça. Comme ça. Comme ça. 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 Je vais te le dire, mais pas plus. Cadre à payer. Ah oui, alors.
I'm out of here.
Allez, bon. Voilà. Oui, à mon avis, pas les supérieurs, mais.
Can't go in. You just can't.
But David's my friend. He writes me.
I bet whoever came up with bad news travels fast.
Can I help you?
Wasn't taking interstellar distances into account.
But I came all this way.
Listen.
All right. You've got my attention. What's this so-called story about?
That's all I can do.
You are the best!
Corporate greed claims victims once more. And you have evidence to support this claim. Good. The less investigation we need to put into this, the faster I can prepare the broadcast. I don't suppose you want to tell me how you got this evidence. Well, you can't blame me for trying. Maybe your friend here would care to comment?
My colleague has said everything you need to know, but on a personal note, I'd like to add that the corporate world is definitely not for me.
I see. Is there at least a name I can cite as my source? Why am I not surprised? As long as the evidence is adequate and verifiable, I expect it'll be aired within the hour, if not sooner. Now, if you'll excuse me, I obviously have some work to do.
Patron, ils vont gueuler quand même avec ce que je viens de foutre. Comme bordel. Putain. J'ai foutu un tel box.
If we want to find a place to stay while we're here, I've heard that the Hotel Voli is top notch.
Pas des combinaisons.
I believe you were specifically told that we did not want a body count on this assignment. Phase death may be a pain point, but at least Lucas is still alive to face the incoming consequences. Your best is sorely lacking. All the tools at your disposal, and yet here we are. I hope you at least attempted to use the internal neuroamp. And yet not useful enough to avoid a body.
C'est sûr, j'allais me faire disputer.
Still, it's good to know the applications are proving themselves. So now it's just a waiting game for SSNN to
Mon
break.
problème, c'était que j'avais un partenaire de merde.
We have another board meeting scheduled to decide how to handle Infinity. Go ahead, Maeve.
The SSNN broadcast has started. Shall I patch it through?
Yes, thank you.
Citizens of New Atlantis were shocked today when an unidentified assailant left several dead at the Infinity LTD building. The murders are believed to be linked to a new investigation where Drexler would have been accused of numerous violations, including murder for hire, unauthorized human trials, and corporate theft. Authorities representing the UC and the Freestar Collective have been dispatched to a consolidated mining station and the clinic. Both locations are believed to hold numerous victims. Drexler's motivation appears to be an attempt to launch a new product based off stolen information from a competitor. The details on the project itself and the competitor have yet to be confirmed. This has been David Barron for SSNN.
Perfect. This exposure puts Infinity right where we want them. The meeting will begin momentarily, but I want you to discuss the options we have with the other members. Infinity's net worth is about to hit rock bottom, so this gives us the opportunity to win a little more public faith. Quite right. The truth is, we'll be making evaluations. We'll shed any employees who don't make the cut, slowly but surely. By incorporating Infinity, we eliminate a competitor, get their best employees and contracts, and all while boosting our public perception.
Shed any employees. Ugh. Terminology like that, where you reference manipulating people's lives. Oh, it makes my skin crawl.
I'm glad we're on the same page. Which is why I'd like you to talk to the board to convince them this is the right move. There are several who might disagree, and you have the perfect tool to help sway them. Good. You'll find most of the board members in their offices preparing. Vina is also here, waiting for the meeting to start. We'll need at least 50% of the vote to go our way. In the event of a tie, I will make the final decision. I trust you'll get it done.
Mis 6 000, hein. J'aurais quoi, 12 000 si j'avais pas fait un 25? Enfin, bref. 2 balles, j'aurais. Hippolyta. Et c'est quoi Hippolyta? Vous faites ça, hein?
Did Masako send you to try and convince me to acquire Infinity? If I wanted to be difficult, but no. The internal neuroamp gives us the power to crush our competitor. This is exactly why Masako's time as Good. If you use that neuroamp wisely, it... well, it does make Ryu. You're oddly right about it. As long as everyone has Ryujin's best interests in mind, this should make for an interesting meeting. An issue? Dalton and Alexis are the only... Dangerous indeed. Perhaps I didn't see it earlier, but the last thing I want is to have my brain scrambled. Now, if you'll excuse me, I still have a lot of preparations to make.
And how's my favorite patient doing? That's great. One step closer to seeing. So, tell me. I hope you're not actually suggesting that the tech... This is groundbreaking. Fine, fine. Make your case. No, I'm definitely not... Well, this conversation's... But you're right. In a perfect world... It is. It really is. For years, my only I never stopped to consider if it was right. I guess it'll be up to a vote either way. We just have to hope the... So the next question is... Exactly. Not... Okay, so DeMarcus and I have really been... Well, this has certainly been the most interesting conversation. All we can do now is look forward...
Là, c'est moi.
Just the person I wanted to see. I want to get all the... An efficient exchange. You've had the chance to encounter members. Do you think they're worth redemption? Oh, I didn't mean in regards to... More in the sense of should a superior company... This is true. Getting what few capable employees they have at... Next question. What is your opinion on... Expand on that. An excellent point. Why reacted... I appreciate the insight. I suppose... It's only dangerous to those who can't afford one. I think we all know how averse I am to chaos. Our competition has yet to truly master. This has been rather enlightening for me.
Is Masako checking up on me? In this business, there's always a side. We just need to grab Infinity Ltd. I'm all about free PR. I'm sure I can squeeze enough good... All right. I suppose you've... So let's hear it. The possible backlash on... However, the internal nerve... It's not an opportunity. You're right. The moment you violate your customer's trust, even worse. Well, it seems your talents really do stretch beyond.
Ah, moi maintenant de jouer au con avec eux.
Great, the bane of my department. If you... You heard correct. I'm not sure how the leader of an... I appreciate the flattery. I see now where your experience... From a financial and marketing viewpoint, you're right. And you're right. Miley... Are you trying to add to my... First off. Second, that... I'll do whatever I can.
I couldn't agree more.
Well, I'm both glad and surprised. Masako's lucky to have you at her disposal. You may be the greatest asset.
This exchange has been surprising.
Très bien. Et il ne reste qu'une personne à influencer.
This meeting should prove. I assume Masako briefed. Good on you.
Indeed. That technology...
If it were up to me, I knew it was a great... You read my mind. Plus, if we vote to acquire Infinity LT, the last thing I want to do... I imagine we're looking at months of work. I only hope that Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some preparations to make. We'll be announcing Ularu's termination of employment.
Très bien. Il est temps de rigoler un peu.
All right, everyone. As you all know, we've successfully exposed Infinity Ltd's botched human trials and murder for hire through SSNN. The public is demanding their leadership, namely Lucas Drexler, face trial, and he's probably writing his resignation as we speak. Ryujin will be launching a statement, but I believe now is the perfect time to acquire Infinity LTD.
Donc c'est moi qui soit le seul à avoir le neurorenforceur. Tout le monde.
Believe it or not, I agree. The acquisition has risks, and it's going to create a lot of work for all of us. But the overall payoff will be worth it.
That and Infinity Ltd's current situation makes them more affordable than ever.
Arguments? None? Excellent. Moving on, then.
I think what we're all overlooking is what led us to this situation to begin with. Yes, our security was compromised. But considering Dalton was hired by Masako, the issue obviously starts at the top. In fact, I propose that Masako be removed from CEO altogether.
Ularu, this isn't a line you want to cross.
And considering you're the mole, if anyone's going to be removed from power, it's going to be you.
Hold up. Are you saying you lied to us?
Dalton, the last meeting we had, you distinctly said Imogene was the mole, and she'd been dealt with.
Do you even have any proof to back up this outrageous claim?
Of course we do. The malicious code you hid on this slate to upload incriminating evidence against Masako onto Lucas Drexler's computer.
To put it bluntly, Ularu, you're fired. Security will hold you in your office until a proper exit interview can be done.
This isn't right. I should at least have the opportunity to resign.
And allow you to still be marketable to a competitor? I don't think so. This may be news to me, and I will be reviewing the evidence closely. But this isn't something you just get to walk away from.
Security, escort Miss Chen to her office and see that she
Pas
stays.
ce regard.
You'll regret this. All of you.
I believe the only regret would be trusting you to begin with.
All right, back to business. All in favor of acquiring Infinity Ltd?
Aye.
Good. Alexis, start drawing up the necessary documentation. Anyone have anything else they'd like to bring up? The internal neuroamp is a key component of Ryujin Industries' success for the next 10 years, if not more. Why would we shelve it after we've finally perfected it?
I can't believe I'm saying this, but he's right. Regardless of the pros, the cons are too morally and ethically irresponsible to move forward with.
The moment the public gets wind of the true capabilities of this tech, we're gonna suffer severe backlash.
Very well. All in favor of shelving Project Dominion?
Aye.
Vina, prep Project Dominion for storage. Any other matters to bring forth? None? This concludes our order of business for today.
Très bien. Du coup, moi je vais m'arrêter là. Et prochain live dans vendredi.